Okay, so this is one of the most exciting things I've ever done. I am so crazy nervous because, as you can probably see by this little cross over here in the middle, this one, I am planning on starting my Chatelaine today. I'm not sure if I have everything organized as it should be. I think that I will decide how I am going to organize everything as I go, because I was planning on doing a live stream with this project, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea, because I think that will be a big fiasco, because I have no idea what I'm doing, how to be stitching this, how to start this, what kind of thread I'm going to be using for what. So I decided to just do a regular video for this one. So this is a start video for Chatelaine, dreamy project. This is Japanese moss garden mandala from Chatelaine. I'm going to insert the image of how it's supposed to look. Now, I'm not really sure how I'm going to use this. If I'm going to use this watching my computer, most likely that's what's going to happen, and then cross out a little bit on the paper chart so I'll know more or less where I am with it. Or if I'm just going to follow the chart from the PDF file that I have. I'm definitely going to be using it for help because it has colorful symbols, and I think that that's something that I will need for my, to know which colors of like back stitches and stuff like that I'm going to use. So let's just start this. I marked the middle of my fabric with a little tiny arrow, so I'll know more or less which way I'm going to go. So the arrow is going up, and I will know that that's the upper side. Now, by the chart, I know that around that arrow is supposed to be it's after a long time of searching. By the way, that's the reason why I decided not to go with live stream, because I have no idea what I'm going to do, and I'm sure that I'm not going to stitch anything. So I just want to try to film this like this. Now, by the key from this project, I realized that the area around the middle part, which is going to be a bead, like a big flower, it starts with metallics, which is great for me. I love metallics. So I am going to start with this color. This is Treasure Braid, this is PB50, and this is called Seashell. So Seashell is going to be my first. Now, I'm not really sure. It says that I'm supposed to use the metallics as they are, not split them, not anything. Well, not splitting them, it's obvious to me as well, even though I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's pretty obvious that I'm not supposed to be splitting them. But what I am supposed to be doing, and I'm not really sure if that's true, I don't think that I'm supposed to use it like folded in two. I think that I'm supposed to just use one strand and do a cross with it. So let me just try it. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm so excited. It's going to take not too long of a strand because there's not a very long stitching area around it, and I'm going to just go for it. Now, the most scary thing about the whole issue here, the whole stitching experience, is the fact that I have no idea how I'm going to be stitching the specialty threads, the specialty crosses. That's the reason why I decided not to film lives, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, anyways, let's just say that the bottom of this flower, there's a big A that's supposed to be like the symbol for the letter, and it's somewhere around this area. So I kind of am going to go for the bottom of this arrow as like a little spot to mark the start of my A, just say that. So this is basically the middle. By folding the fabric, this is going to be the middle. So I'm going to count 1 2 3 crosses down. I'm going to like go 1 2 and 3, and this will be the start of my new cross. 1 2 3. Okay, so exciting. Okay, first cross going to be made right now. So this is seashell, this is metallic. You know me, I am crazy about metallics. So let's just start. And I think that this is going to be one of the best, you know what, not one of the best, one of the hardest projects I've ever done. I'm so scared. Don't judge me if I'm making mistakes. I think what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to go through the YouTube area with my questions about specialty threads. I'm sure there are plenty of videos of how to make different special stitches. I am so nervous about them. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do that because I've been stitching for many years, but I've never done anything so difficult. So I'm really nervous about that. I hope that it wasn't a waste of money for me and I will be able to do this because I know that the final result will be just the most beautiful thing in the world. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing because I am using my ring light for now, and I thought that that will be the best way to not make my video blurry or too dark. So hopefully it's going to be okay. So you guys, these are the first crosses for my chatelaine. I do know how to stitch on this fabric. I love this fabric. This is Murana 32 count. This is the fabric that I chose for my chatelaine. It's going to be pretty big, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. I love this fabric. It's one of my favorites. I love the way thread is going through it, and I like the way the crosses look. So I think that I am getting onto a good start. It's going to be a really hard job, and I'm sure that it will take me forever, even though, you know what, maybe it won't because it's not like a full coverage piece, but because of the specialty stitches, I'm not sure what I'm doing. You have no idea, my heart is beating. I'm so excited. I was dreaming about doing a project like this, about doing a mandala from Chatelaine, or I was thinking about doing Mirabilia, but I didn't find anything in Mirabilia that I really wanted to stitch. I mean, I like the results, I like the way the the designs look, but I couldn't find any design that I would have wanted to stitch. So maybe that meant that it wasn't mine. But Chatelaine, on the other side, is beautiful, I think, and really interesting. Maybe I need to level up and do something more with my stitching. So that was my decision to do the, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that I'm doing this. I hope that you can see, by the way, the shimmer of this shell treasure braid. This is petite, by the way. I am in love with this color. It's so delicate. I cannot wait to see how this is growing. I'm so excited. You probably can tell. Anyways, what I wanted to say, I keep my thoughts are just wandering all over the place. I from one side want to shut up and just enjoy this and focus a little bit, and the other part of me says that I just want to share everything that, oh no, I just want to share everything that I'm feeling right now, and I'm feeling so much excitement. Been really wanting to do this. Okay, that noise is my cat. He decided he wanted to come in, but I'm not going to let him because I'm busy. Okay, so if you have watched my video, like my previous video, I showed you a couple of kits that I'm going to start. This was one of them, of course, and I have 2 more projects that are planned for this month, maybe, hopefully, because one of them I still don't have the fabric for, but the other one is definitely something that I'm going to start soon. I was thinking to do a live stream starting a new project, and I wasn't sure if it will be this one or the other one. By the way, the other one is Dimensions, which is also something that I really wanted to do for a long time. I never brought myself to stitch Dimensions for some reason. I don't know why. I just think that maybe my tastes are changing a little bit when it comes to cross stitch, because I remember that once I did see Chatelaine for a long time. I watched the projects, I kind of went through that, but I never wanted to try it. And to be honest, not because I was afraid to try it, because I was always too sure of myself when it comes to cross stitch. I was sure that I was going to do a good job, and it's going to be easy. How hard can it be, just cross stitch? Now I don't think so. I think it's really hard. But I'm hoping that I'll make it. But that period of my cross stitch career, call it that, I wasn't really interested in really doing it, because if I would have wanted to, I think I would have gotten it. I don't have any hold back when it comes to cross stitch. If I want something, I'm getting it, even if I don't have the money for it. So that's a problem that I have. But I probably didn't really find anything that I really wanted to stitch when it comes to Chatelaine, of course. So where am I? 1, 2, 3. So I didn't buy it for that reason, but in some point I decided that I really needed it. So maybe my tastes are changing a little bit. I've never liked samplers, and then I started stitching the long dog, which is one of my favorite projects, by the way. That's the reason I chose to stitch it with metallics, because that made it much more fun for me. If you know me, I love stitching with metallics, especially treasure braids. I am in love with this thread, so I'm excited that that's something that comes in this kit. In this project, because it's not a kit, I kitted up myself. But I decided that I wanted to stitch samplers. By the way, the other projects that I'm going to be starting, which I'm planning on starting, besides this one and Dimensions, is another sampler. I think it's a sampler, I'm pretty sure. But it's from Owl Forest, and Owl Forest, if you probably are familiar with, it's also a sampler, but I chose like one that is pretty big, so there's 10 colors in it, but it is a sampler still, and if I am interested in it, that means that something changed in me, because I like that design. I love it, but there's nothing that I can do to change my mind once I decide to stitch something. I can start stitching it and then just say that I'm not as interested anymore and drop it. Hopefully that will, oh no, that's not something that's going to happen with this one, because it's so expensive. I've wasted so much money. Well, I didn't waste it because I wanted it, but I just call it wasted. So much money on buying these materials, especially that I order them from 1, 2, 3 Stitch, and I pay with dollars. So in Israeli money, $1 is worth a lot more. So in my money, in my value, it's much more expensive. You guys, can you see what's happening here. This is just one of the most exciting things. By the way, I just got it a little closer so you can tell. I'm going to try to do a little close-up for this one. Okay, so this is the most sparkly thing I've ever seen. Okay, so I finished this little I guess you can call it a square. Now you need to see what I'm going to stitch, which symbol is going to be stitched next, which is also a little unnerving because I'm not really sure what I'm doing at all. So let's just see. I think that the symbols around this are beads, so that's something that's going to make me a little nervous. Let's see. I have this R stitched. I'm sorry if I'm going to click a little bit because it's my computer that I'm using right now. But let's just see. Should we do the beading or no? Maybe I should just go to the next stitch. Maybe the next cross is the best way to go, I think. Okay, so all the numbers are beads. So let's choose like a symbol. Maybe there's a little B over there. So let's see where's my key. This is what I'm saying. I do have the paper chart, but it's black and white, so I'm not that sure of what I'm doing. Or maybe I should use that paper chart. It's just that it's black and white, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to understand everything. But I'm going to take it out anyways. Gosh, this is so hard. Maybe I'm making it harder on myself, but I think that this is so difficult. Let's just see. I think a B, there's a B as a thread. No, it's also a delicate bead, I think. Okay. I do need to use my key. You guys, how do you do this? This is so... it's making me so nervous. There's a blue B symbol. Let's see what it is. I think it's supposed to be a thread. I don't think that it's oh no, it's a water blue. It's also, oh thank God, it's not a bead. It is water blue. This is supposed to be another metallic. Yeah. Okay, so let's see which one is this. This is PB 17. PB 17 is this. Yay, this turquoise color. Okay, so let's go back to our chart. This is too difficult. Maybe it's too difficult because I'm trying to film this as I go, and this is my first trial. So I am a little nervous, a lot. And I'm just trying to focus, and I'm trying to explain to you what I'm doing. So you forgive me if you have been stitching projects like this before. You probably know how difficult it is to figure out what you're doing, and I didn't even get to the to the harder parts yet. So I do think that I'm going to stitch the harder parts without the filming part, because I cannot do that. I will not be able to stitch and talk and understand what I'm doing. I'm sorry. So let's just cut a little piece of the thread. Whoa, this is beautiful. I am in love with these metallics. These are so amazing. Okay, so let's see. There's a little bunch of them here, and there are also specialty threads around. Specialty crosses. No, not crosses. How do you call them? Stitches. Okay, so let's go. Okay, I am over here, so I'm going to start this little cross from here. You guys, I cannot even explain. I was sure that I was going to start this with DMC, because there's a lot of DMCs in this. So I was sure that this was going to start with DMCs. I wasn't expecting it to start with metallics, so it is a good thing. I'm excited about that. You know, I love it, but it's making me really nervous. I don't want to make a mistake. So I'm hoping that I'm doing the right thing here. I'm not afraid that I'm going to make a mistake counting my crosses. I'm afraid that I'm going to make a mistake with my positioning. Not with my positioning, you see, I can't even focus. With my understanding the key. Because there's so many difficult symbols and difficult ways to stitch. Okay, now I need to count 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So, if you have been stitching Chatelaine before, and you're watching this video, I would love to get some tips, you guys. If you know what to do and how to understand the chart, if you maybe know tutorials for special stitches, I will be so helpful, and I will be so grateful for that, because I think that that's something that I am definitely going to need. That's something really important, because I don't think I'll be able to understand how to do those stitches with just looking at the chart. I think I'll have to have the tutorials, to watch tutorials and stitch along with them, so I'll be able to understand what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm just going to make my thread, close my threads by placing them under the crosses, because it's the only way I can imagine doing that with my with my camera working right now. So just secure it like this, and hopefully nobody will notice. This is so beautiful. The colors are so delicate, and I love the design. This was the first design that I looked at and said, this is it. This is it. Nothing else is important. Let me just count this again. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So yeah. Let's do the other side. Right? Yeah. So all of these spots around, these are beads. And I was thinking at first that maybe I'll do the beading when I finish the crosses, like at least in certain areas, but I think that no, I think that I will do the beading as I go. Or I'm not really sure. Maybe I should or shouldn't. I have no idea. 1, 2, 3. If you are watching this, you probably understand it. I have no idea what I'm doing. But when it came to deciding if I wanted to start stitching my dimensions kit, which is also amazing, I'm excited about that. I chose the European Bistro to stitch. By the way, thank you so much. That was a gift for my birthday from you guys, from one of my viewers. I'm so grateful for that. You have no idea, because I was wishing to have a couple of dimensions kits to choose from, because I always thought about starting to stitch dimensions, but I never bought a kit from them, because first of all, I thought that it was pretty expensive for one kit, and I could have gotten other companies that had beautiful designs with half the price, you know. So I never got to buy a dimensions kit, but I do know that the final result for them are just whoa. So I am definitely wanting to stitch that. Now, it's just the thought that comes right now to my head. I am filming this video. I'm not really sure if this video is going to come out after or before I start stitching dimensions, because I was planning, like I said, I was planning to do dimensions today as a new start and as a live video, which is okay because nothing really scares me about regular cross stitch really. But as you probably understand, I chose to do this instead, so my live stream kind of got delayed. So I'm thinking maybe I'll do live stream another day. We'll see, probably. Or if it's not going to be too late tonight, I probably maybe am going to do a live stream tonight. I need to turn off my air conditioning because I'm freezing. I'm freezing. This room is pretty small. I'm stitching in my little crafts room, which my husband is really angry at me when I say that, because he was planning to make this into his man lair, and that didn't work because I kind of placed all my craft stuff in this room, so it became kind of my lair, not his, more of mine, because my stuff is in here. But it's okay. He's a gentleman, I think, sometimes, so he let me use it, so it's fine. But still, it's a pretty small room. It has a little couch in it, and it has like a table, a little office table, and it still has a couple of boxes from the move because we haven't unpacked them yet. That's something that's supposed to go to the storage room that we ordered. Not a room, it's kind of storage that we ordered that's supposed to stay in the yard. So that can't be done yet, sorry. Because my yard isn't finished yet. So maybe in the beginning of next week, maybe it's supposed to happen. The beginning of next week, the guy who's doing my outside area, the yard area, hopefully is going to finish next week, and then we will be able to place our stuff in the storage unit. So that's something that's going to clear this room from a lot of unnecessary stuff, and that will make more room for, everything else. But for now, it's pretty overloaded for a tiny little room, so it doesn't have much space. But the thing is that it's pretty hot. It's summer. Israel is a very hot country. Wait a minute, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3. Israel is a really hot country, so summers are really scalding hot, and we do need air conditioning. Without it, I cannot live. But in my case, the new house that we are now living in, our new apartment, is ground level. So it has a yard. It's like a ground level apartment, and for some reason it's really chilly. I mean, it's not getting too hot. Well, what's the reason? Because it has a whole building upstairs, and nothing, like the roof isn't getting hot. So that's the reason basically why the whole apartment is not getting too hot. Plus we have like this roof outside that keeps the sun away a little bit. So that's a nice thing about these apartments, like ground level apartments, because it's never that hot, I guess. But it also a problem because this room is so small. When I turn on the air conditioning, I am freezing cold, really freezing cold. So basically that is the reason that I don't know what to do, because when I turn it off, I get hot. And when I turn it on, I freeze. So I don't know where's the middle. I also try to put up the degrees so it won't be so chilly, but still, it still is too close to me, the air conditioner, and I guess it's blowing right on me. Anyways, that's a whole side story for my little adventure right now. So what do you think? What do you guys think? Am I doing a good job for a beginner for now? I haven't stitched anything hard yet, difficult, but you know, it's coming. It's really close. It's supposed to be just around this area, so I am really nervous. I think that after I finish this little video, I will watch a clip of what I'm supposed to be stitching as a specialty cross. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I'm doing this really, really slow. I don't want to rush because I don't want to make a mistake. It's too important to me, this project. Can you even see how shimmery this is? I hope that you can. I really do. I need to end this thread because it's way too short. Oh no. There you go. Already ran away. Sorry. Okay. I think I need to finish it right now. But I want to finish these 2 upper crosses. Hopefully my thread will be enough. I think it will. The other project that I'm going to be stitching, which is something that I think that maybe I will start on camera just because, well, it doesn't have anything special, just crosses. The Owl Forest one, that's something that I'm going to be doing on live, I guess. I love doing lives, as you probably already know if you're watching my channel. I like going live with my projects. There you go. Can you see this tiny little thread? I managed to stitch these last crosses. Okay, so what do you guys think? I think that I moved my I think that I moved my frame a little bit, so it's out of. Oh, what just happened? There you go. What just happened? There you go. Okay, let's keep going. Oh my gosh, I've already been filming for 30 minutes, 33 minutes. Can you believe this? And I haven't even done anything special. I've just done the middle. It's taking me forever. But you know what? I'm enjoying every second. So I don't mind. Hopefully it's not that boring for you. It became kind of a chit chat video, like a stitch along. So stitch along with me if you wish. And hopefully you're able to see this in good enough quality, because I do have my ring light on. I thought I wanted to get a new one, like a new stand with a ring light, because the stand that I have right now, it's not really good. It's basically, I ordered it from AliExpress because I couldn't find a good placement for my phone, like a good holder. So I 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I had to count. So I had this little stand with a ring light, which is pretty cute. It's a good thing, but it's already broken. I mean, it's really not a good quality product. So I didn't use the ring light at all. It just broke off and I didn't use it. and I decided to try it because I thought it was a little too dark in this room, even with the neon light. Last video that I made was a little blurry and a little off focus, and I realized that was because the lighting was wrong. So I think with the ring light, the lighting is much brighter and you can see it a little more focused. So that's something that's pretty important with filming these types of tiny little details. This is looking great. There, you see, I have turned off my air conditioning and now I'm hot. That's annoying. What am I supposed to do? Okay, so one last side. There's 4 sides to everything. I think that it's not going to be like 100% the same for each side because there are different elements out there like on the design. But I am so excited. These areas are supposed to be with the special special how do you call them, special crosses. It's supposed to be like 1, 2, right? There's one in the middle, 1, 2. Yeah, I did it right. Oh gosh, I need to watch which one is that, which cross is that. It's really interesting. So I'm just going to finish this side and then just go away and I will show you the rest in a different video, maybe stitch along with you. Maybe I will figure out how to stitch a certain you know, stitch and then I'll show it to you, maybe, if I'll be able to do that. So that's something that probably is going to happen now. So I'm going to finish this little area, just the same thing for all sides. And you know what, I'm pretty happy that I started stitching with the metallics because, like I always say, I love stitching metallics, and I think that it's already a beautiful shiny little start, except of the arrow in the middle, of course, but it is going to be a bead, so, and I'm sure that bead will be like little it's going to be beautiful. Like 1, 2, 3. I cannot believe that I'm stitching Chatelaine now. Really, I cannot believe this. This is so exciting. You know what? And I actually do want to try to do the special stitch right now. So after I finish this video, I am going to try and look for the tutorial for that one. I just need to figure out which one was it. I mean, which one is it? So maybe I'll open my paper chart because it's going to be easier to see. Let's see the name of that, and then I'll be able to tell you if I'm going to be able to stitch it. I hope that I will. It shouldn't be that difficult, I guess. I mean, it's not mathematics. Mathematics is much more difficult for me. But it's cross stitch, so it should be okay, I guess. It's just the idea of them is pretty scary because I've never done anything like that, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. But I'm hoping I will. Okay, I don't have a lot of thread, but I hope that it will be enough to finish this little area. And then I'll decide what I'm going to do and stitch next, if I'm going to go for the beads or the specialty stitches. I want to try the special stitches. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Oh no, lost my thread again. I love these needles, by the way. I'm using needles that I got along with my design. This is Bohine needles, I think that's the way they are called, these ones. So I like them a lot. They're really smooth, they're not too big, they go through the fabric very well. I want to see how long they're going to last because sometimes my needles tend to get rusty pretty quick, maybe because my fingers are sweating. I don't know, but yeah. Okay. Okay, guys. So, this is my little start. I know that it's been what? It has been 40 minutes and I have stitched on this tiny little area. It's almost nothing. But trust me, this was a really hard job for me. It was a really not easy job. Not that it was difficult, it was scary. So I'm going to finish on this happy note of this happy start. I'm going to go check out which cross I'm going to be stitching next. I think I want to try the special crosses, special stitches, whatever they are called. I don't know if I'm going to do the beading right now. Maybe I will, we'll see. But let's just keep doing this and maybe the live will be another day. Maybe we'll see. Okay guys, so I'll see you in my next video. By the way, subscribe, thumbs up this video so it will be more distributed, and I will love to hear what you think. Please write comments, please be my friend. You can join my Facebook group for this channel. It's listed down below in the info box. Plus, I was really into the idea of doing live streams on TikTok because I love watching live streams on TikTok. So if you would like, please join my TikTok channel, which is also listed down below, and in some point we will be able to open live there. It seems to me like the live streams on TikTok are going a little smoother and the chat with the viewers is a little smoother. So that's something that I would like to try. And that's about it. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did, even though I didn't stitch a lot. And yeah, so I will see you soon in my next video.